Beautiful morning here on the farm. Got steers in the mist, and they seem perfectly happy, and that's a good thing. So next is to get the hens over someplace they'll be happy and see if they'll enjoy cleaning up after the cows where they were for a few days. All right, got everybody set up in here. Pen is ready. Food is out. Water's out. I did a little something extra here today, though. I saw Justin Rhodes do it. I put some sprinkles on these meadow muffins. Let them start digging through that. And they can start picking out the larvae and all that kind of stuff that might be down in there. Reduce flies and give them some extra protein. Anybody remember Dukes of Hazzard? Back in the day, that was the put down for Sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane. You meadow muffin. That was how we'd like to put people down. All right, let's let these girls out. Good morning. Yep. They like going out there, not eating out of their pan as much. The feed trays. Chickens like to scratch and peck. Like these guys have decided that they're done at the salad bar this morning. They're all waiting for me to come over and give them a little something tasty so they can start laying about and relax for the rest of the hot part of the day. Guys, it's only like 8:30 in the morning. Well, fence-a-thon continues. So we got this. I got part of a roll left here. I'll get all my connections done, start unrolling it, and then when I run out, I'll get the tractor and bring out another roll and get it hooked up. Got the fence pulled pretty tight here. I think that's, oops, hang on, I got hung up here. No, that's good. That's as tight as it's gonna get without doing damage. You can see it's off the ground. It's just because of the way how high the chain and the jig are, but I want to show something. I've got both sets of brace wire going, and it was just a case of where, when I lower this down, it'll line up properly. But the brace wire gets in the way of wrapping the first set of field fence. So what I had to do was just, as you can see, cut out the vertical pieces above and below where it crosses this wire, and then thread it through and then put it in the jig and pull it, just to make sure I can get an even stretch. Yeah, just a thing. Had to work through it, but I think it'll be just fine. Making sure this is topped off. Think they like that salt lick? Got a little something for them as a treat. I don't get too much of that, but every once in a while, nice organic in nature. Helps make them happy to come back. Oh yeah, see this guy? He's like, I know what this is all about. These guys enjoying the forage, and Kevin out there with them. Ooh, Kevin's, 2 of them. Oh, they figured it out. To the pen. Yeah, they like the candy. A little bit like watching puppies fight over it. 3 of them trying to get into one bowl, 1 of them in the other. Classic. I don't know, they've had this for 3 days now. They've been eating pretty good. Looks like there's still a lot to go here. I don't know. But I got all that. You know, one thing Greg Judy says, and if you've never seen his channel, you should check it out. Greg Judy, Regenerative Farmer. He's in Missouri. He knows cows, steers, all of it. And he said, you know, don't feel like you're committing to making sure that your cows eat every last blade of grass. It's fine. Put them there, move them out when you're done. I mean, it doesn't have to be, you know, it's not a case of clear your plate. So I think I'm going to move the fencing around a little bit tonight. So tomorrow it's ready for them to move on to a new section of grass. Step 1, make sure I disconnect that. I'm trainable, I'm teachable. We ain't doing that again. Here's what I'm going to do. I don't have any more of those wood post end units, so I'm going to, I'm going to unscrew that one and move it down here. And then just slide the whole end fence right down here to the middle where my dividing fence is. And then my dividing fence, I'm going to move over there just past that tree. And cows will like that because it'll give them more shade during the day than what they currently have. And they like that because their regimen for the day is eat, take a nap, eat, take a nap, eat, take a nap, then eat, and then call it a day. I can respect that. It's delightfully predictable. Need to get a better reel. Ultimately, I need to switch to poly wire or poly braid. It's strong and it's really easy to work with. All right, I've moved the fence, the end of it, to where the midline was before. Right, so now all that area is open, and I'll move chickens in here, not tomorrow, but the next day. They'll start scratching and doing what they do. Now the cows, the steers will have, over the fence, all of this to play with as they will, and then put in a new fence right over there. The other thing about it that's good is going to give them a lot more shade with these trees, so they'll be out a little bit more. Boys are enjoying their shade. A new paddock, they've been out making good use of it today. They're all out. Look at my man. All business, on guard. Keeping everybody and everything in sight. But between the cows and the chickens, this spot is played out for a while. They're all trying to stay cool, they're digging down. So I think tomorrow I'm going to move them to a new spot out on the pasture where the cows were. Here's the thing with that, it's hot still, and there's not a lot of shade out there. So I mean, they've been there before, so I've just really enjoyed during this whole season where the temperature's been very high. I've enjoyed having them in the woods where the shade easily gives it 10 degrees cooler. I haven't had to take much in the way of extra measures to protect them by keeping them. I'm getting to it to keep them cooler. So I'll probably have to do that when they're out on the open pasture there. But it'll be good. There's lots of stuff going on out there for them. They have really enjoyed the cow patties. So, or the meadow muffins. Just such a funny word. All right, well, meanwhile, I'm back here and on the fence, and I've just kept working. So I've got to do a stretch and a bonding on the corner, and then I've got to get it stretched and stood up, and then it goes up and down over a hill. I haven't really dealt with that before. A little bit of rise here and there, but I think it'll be okay. I just don't think I can stretch it as much because I need the flexibility to pull it down and lift it up over in the hills and stuff. So before the stretch, I've got this all stood up a little bit, but you can see it drops down and then comes back up probably several feet, maybe 4 feet, and then drops back down on the other side and goes down further. So that's why I'm just going to keep an eye on the stretch and see how it affects that. And then all this area out here, I came out with the weed whacker with the blades on it and cut all this stuff back just to start it clean over here. All right, I've got it pulled pretty tight down there. And so only about 2 feet of pull, but see now I've got this effect starting to happen. So I think because I can step and push it down like that, I think that's probably the right amount of tension on this fence. I think anything more is gonna hurt my efforts here. So I think that's as tight as I'm gonna pull it. Like all this, see, this is like, it's all bent over here and smushed up at the bottom, but that's because it's trying to be in a straight line from end to end. So this needs to come all the way up, you know, here, instead of being bent over like that. All right, let's just lock this sucker in. Yeah, pretty good couple days. Got this one done. Got that one done with the hills and everything. It's about as good as I'm going to get it, I think. So next I'll start the hard turn to the west, and it'll be a really long run out into the wetlands. It's going to take me a little while. It seems each fence section takes about a day. The longest part of it is all the twisting of the wires, and you know, it takes a lot. My hands get cut up a lot too, because I can't do some of that stuff with the gloves on because I need more motor control. But cows are doing good. They've been enjoying the grass in their new spot. The chickens are doing good. Fence is coming along. The mule is up and running again. It's been a good week, man. So wetlands look gorgeous today. Look at that. All right. Well, I think that's gonna about do it from here. Talk to you guys later.